Oh, shoot. Where'd my bacon go?
She is 15 weeks old today.
Hey, everybody. Joe with Bumlin Acres here. Hope you all are doing well. This video is going to be a discussion or really a follow-up to the bacon video. And I was going to do a whole, actually I recorded a little segment where I weighed out the bacon that we got from icing. And I just don't really feel like editing a video right now. So this could be a great, wonderful experience. This may just be a couple minutes of talking back and forth. We also have a familial issue, which I may have to jump off and deal with. So we are going to work at this as best we can to get this done quickly and effectively. So if you saw from our previous video, we smoke and cure our own bacon. And the video, which I think I can add, I'll reference it somewhere on the screen when I post it. That video, we buy our pork belly from Costco, and then from Costco, we break that, we smoke it, cure it, rotate it, treat it. It takes about a week for us to get our own bacon. And the question is it worth it? Obviously, the benefits are we know exactly what's in our bacon. We know Costco for the pork belly we get, so we're getting a good quality, good size pork belly. It's $2.50 a pound roughly. And we know the ingredients. That's important to us. But does it save us money? If it doesn't save us money, we don't have the luxury of being able to do this for fun. We don't homestead because we just really like to homestead in as much as we really like to homestead. And it is a viable alternative for us. So it meets our health needs and it meets our economic needs. So we are always looking at ways to save money and to cut down on costs, like our ribeye video where we buy big old giant case of ribeye, still all in the ribeye thing, and slice it. That video we posted before. We smoke our own bacon. This last weekend, we went up to see my brother in Ohio for Thanksgiving celebration. And while we were up there, they don't eat meat as much as us. Of course, they have six children, my brother and his wife. So that is there's not enough. There's not a big enough fridge for that many people to coexist. But they don't have a huge fridge either. So there isn't a lot of meat. There isn't a lot of that. And we are a carnivore family or ketovore family generally. While I will have something with some carbs in it, like today I had a cheap pizza. I had a couple of pieces of pizza and I regretted it almost rapidly. But we eat a lot of meat in our household, and we got up there and they generally do not eat a lot of meat in their household. They have a number of allergies, a number of issues and things of that nature. And it's not a cheap dieting system, which is why I've really looked at carnivore on a budget. And I've really wanted to show that with our video series. But they don't, that when they're eating, they're really just trying to survive. And we went out in the morning and I was hungry and wanted some bacon. They didn't have any bacon. So I ran to their local IGA, got 2 pounds of bacon and a pound of sausage. And it was just that pre-packaged from wherever it comes from in the United States. And it was $5.99 a pound for the bacon and $5.99 for the sausage. So all in all, that's $18 roughly, $17.50 or $17.97 roughly plus tax. We got it back. We ate a pound of the bacon and a pound of the sausage that morning. The next day we had the rest of the bacon. And it really kind of illuminated and shown how valuable what we do is, because it was $18 for 3 pounds of pork, and we couldn't afford. We like to eat bacon. I probably eat when left to my own devices, really a half pound of bacon a morning, almost. Like we slice it our own dimensions and everything. But we eat a lot of meat, and I could not afford to eat if I had to pay $6 a pound for bacon. So $2.50 a pound is a much more viable option for us, and we cure it. And we wound up getting 5 pounds, 11 ounces was the weight of our sliced bacon. Now, we do have a commercial slicer on our property. We do, smoke and cure it. So it takes about a week for us to get our bacon made. But after that, we can go about a month between having to purchase any bacon. And this is having purchased pork belly. We just sent our pigs to the processor where we should be getting pork belly back from them, and we'll have our own pork belly from our own pigs. And that will also help offset our costs of meat in our home. So, but, I think it's important when we talk about bacon, we talk about homesteading, that we talk about viability, that this isn't just niche. We aren't just trying to be a niche market of food. We are utilizing this saves us money. This allows us to live the life that we live. It has a number of health benefits, and it's economically viable. So if you are able to do this, smoking and curing your own bacon, it will save you money. And the process is not complicated. Now, we do have a commercial grade meat slicer. And that is, we wound up getting one on Marketplace. It wasn't very expensive. It does have some maintenance and upkeep and requirements that should be factored into the cost, but it's still well below for $2.50, and the curing salts, which are pretty inexpensive, and the week that it takes a place in our fridge at a relatively is a negligible cost. The meat slicer is a negligible electronic cost. I just have to wipe it down and clean it up after every use. Once again, negligible in my opinion. I could probably say all the intangibles and everything goes into it makes it about $3 a pound for our bacon. And that's that's half of what I would pay at a store. And it's a higher quality. I get to control my slicer lets me pick the dimensions, how thick the bacon I want. We actually tried a little bit thinner bacon slices this week. So that's important. So it is, not only is it beneficial, it is, it's important, I think, as a homesteader, as you move through the homesteading stages of trying it and then stepping into it. And as you step deeper, one of the things I feel like you should do is cure your own bacon, get that pork belly and do it. You can find out what ingredients you really like. I think my wife mixes up the mixes, and we have different flavored bacon, and it still tastes like, the base taste is still bacon, which is outstanding. So you can't really go wrong, in my opinion. We had once where my wife said on the last video, if you watch, where she forgot to wash our pork belly afterwards. So it was very salty. And I'll be honest, it was still good. Like, it's still base flavor was bacon, but it was salty bacon. So you just drank a lot of water. Did not make it bad. So I don't think you can really screw up bacon flavor. Bacon flavored anything is good. So if you're in a homestead, I believe you should be smoking your own bacon, or you should be moving towards that stage. You don't have to have a pig to do that. You can literally get pork belly from your local butcher. We get ours from Costco. The price is just unbeatable there. I'm sure Sam's probably has it, maybe. But that leads to the next thing, that we have just this week sent our pigs off to the processor. So we're going to talk about, what has our experience been like raising pigs this year for the first time? Incredible, just to put it mildly. It was a great experience. I really, really, really enjoy raising pigs. They require some upkeep, to say the least. But I'll be honest, if I had to choose between raising pigs and raising chickens, I would raise pigs. I like pigs a lot more than I like chickens. The pigs literally put up an electric fence, and they learn to respect the electric fence. Then it's just a matter of putting pasture areas in for them. We're on a little over 4 acres of property, and I've seen people raise pigs on less than this. I wouldn't want to raise pigs on too small a property. What exactly that would entail, I wouldn't want to raise pigs on property where I couldn't regularly rotate them through and have them on some grass, rather than just have a moonscape and just beat the crap out of the land they're on. So that, to me, it's less about the size of the property per dimensions, and more of the effect. Your pigs are going to rut, and they're going to beat that ground up, which is good. We want that. They're overturning that soil and making sure that it's workable, as long as you don't let them just destroy the soil, which they can do. So that's the rotation. That's why it's effective. I'm telling you, it's a sad day when you drop your pigs off at the processor. Next year, it's probably a stretch goal next year to be to process pigs on our own, or at least process all of our pigs on our own. There's a lot of other things that are coming into the ground. I really have fully intend to raise pigs next year, and part of what we will do when we as we talk about butchering at that time will be dependent upon our location. Do we have the setup we need to do it right? The one thing I refuse to do, and I do not want to do, is dishonor the animal, but the disrespectful and terrible butchering, harvesting of that animal. So, if I don't feel we are at a place where we can do so comfortably and quickly, then I won't process them myself. So I will take them to someone who I know will respect the animal enough to make it quick. So that's my reflections on tonight with bacon, man. The cutting and curing and smoking your own bacon. You should be doing it. I'm telling you, it's not that hard. My wife is a genius, so I do not want in any way to seem like I don't want to say like anybody can do this, because my wife is incredibly capable. But I think my wife demonstrates, and especially if you watch the video, she goes through and breaks down how she cures it, putting it in the smoker, pulling it out. I've got the video of me how to slice your bacon with a commercial slicer, and I've got the video reflections on how I nearly cut my finger off. So be careful with that. But man, it's worth it in every way possible. I'm a huge advocate for raising pigs at this point and curing and smoking your own bacon. So those are my thoughts. I hope you all are doing well. I hope this message finds you happy and healthy. Have a great day. Bye.